Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Love of Theo channel. I'm Theo here. Now today a lot has been happening, things have been going on, and a lot of demonstrations, things are being burnt down. The state house, not the state house, but sorry, the parliament was on fire. There has also been a fire in the office of the governor in Nairobi. That is City Hall. There has been fire that has been experienced. So many things have been happening on Tuesday. Actually, today is Wednesday, is Thursday, but on Tuesday things have been happening, and so many people lost lives, and things have been happening. And also the president on the following day, that's on Wednesday, the president of the Republic of Kenya has spoken and has talked that he's not going to sign the bill. We want to see what is the impact of that, of him not signing that bill. What will happen? And also we want to talk about something on some of the old generation team or people. What are they saying and what are they trying to tell the Gen Zs? Many of them have applauded the move by the Gen Zs to stand up, including the president himself. He has conceded defeat and he has accepted that the Gen Zs have spoken, the people have spoken, everybody has spoken. And when you go around the streets, everything that you can hear is that people have really spoken. It's like people are tired of the regime, of what is happening, the hike of taxes, and so many other things. We saw the destruction of the parliament, the destruction of places, buildings, supermarkets. The looting has been happening, and across all the 47 counties, things have been happening. Demonstrations have been happening. Businesses of the politicians have been burning across the country. We have also the homes of some of the MPs have been on fire, and the offices of MPs have been on fire, especially those ones who voted yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think there's something that is this Gen Z and the millennials have really spoken loudly and louder. So. This is a call for everyone outside there. Things are going on, and according to the president's report, or the president's both the president and the deputy president, they gave their speeches, different speeches altogether, and also from different locations. The deputy president was giving his speech. No, the president gave his speech in State House with a number of MPs who voted yes around him, seated behind him. And also we have the deputy president. After like an hour, the deputy president also gave his own speech in his residence in Mombasa. So I don't know what is happening. Things are happening here and there. And I think if you clearly listen to the speeches of both of them, one is really attacking the other. Especially the deputy president is really kind of attacking the president. I don't know what's happening. I'm not a politician, but clearly things are not good between the two people. And there's something that caught my attention, that the deputy president talked about Nurdin Haji, the director, or the head of NIS, National Intelligence Service. So he talked about him. He said that where was the intelligence? Where were those people who are looking, who are taking the intelligence? Actually, you know, the work of the intelligence. Where were they? The country could have not gone or come to the place that it has reached if the NIS was alert and working, doing its job well. And he said it. I don't know. Okay, I don't know what beef he has with Nurdin Haji, but that is what he said. Now, after that, like an hour or some few minutes later, there's this guy called Mutahi Ngunyi. Called Mutahi Ngunyi. Mutahi Ngunyi, I think, is really trying to be on the president's side or the government side by all means, by all force, by his, I don't know. So he's trying to be there, and he posted a very controversial post per se. So I don't know what is happening with him. So let me read that post as it is. Mutahi Ngunyi. 1. Gachagua has just called off the demonstrations because he is the co-president. Now we know who funded them and who can stop them. He also mentioned Uhuru. 2. Gachagua has started a war between the Somali nation and the Kikuyus. This is calculated. He is a dangerous novice. End of quote. Now, when you look at this statement here, or when you look at what Mutahi Ngunyi is doing, actually what he has done, he's really making it sound like this thing that is kind of adding fuel on the burning fire. Yes, he's adding fuel on the burning fire. When you look at Mutahi Ngunyi is an old man, or an old, I don't know. So his political stand before, when the campaigns were going on, he was on the side of the government. He had an office in State House, I don't know, State House somewhere, but he had an office, yes, in State House. And also he was very much vocal on supporting the government, supporting the Azimio at large, and everything about Azimio. Now, when UDA, or when the deputy president when the current president won the elections, who was then the deputy president, he was against him. But now when he won and became the president, Mutahi Ngunyi, so things are not doing well. So he decided to do what? To move and shift, trying to get back into power again, into State House or into government again. So he tried that, and now he's everything he posts on X. Everybody listen. Okay, in X is suggestively that he is on the government side. Now, this is what he's trying to do. Number one, he's fueling fire. So he's trying to tell the government, or to tell each and everybody, his followers and whoever, that the people, according to this statement, the person who has been financing the youths in Kenya, the Gen Zs and the millennials in Kenya, is Gachagua, the deputy president. So thus, he has called off the demonstrations because he's the one who fueled the demonstration, or who has been financing the demonstrations. And he also mentioned Uhuru. That means Uhuru and Gachagua are the ones who are financing the youth to go and demonstrate. And demonstrate. And for me, on where I sit, the youth do not have a leader. The youth, there's no even single point where you can point out and say this youth have been financed by anybody. You cannot even trace that. In fact, even the president is confused. If I want the dialogue, he just said on when he gave the speech yesterday that he wants to have a dialogue with the young people. Now, who will he have a dialogue with? We have almost like 10, 20 millions of young people in this country. He will call who to sit with who and talk to who? But now this Mutahi Ngunyi is saying that Gachagua and Uhuru have been funding the young people to riot. Hey, what a shame. Because the youth just woke up from their own houses. The parents, even the parents, the bosses, whoever you can mention, they are supporting this young generation to go and do the demonstrations. There's nothing else, nothing more, nothing less. If you can say that the two people have been funding the Gen Z and the millennials, I'm sorry, sir, get something else and do. He went ahead and said, Gachagua has started war between the Somali and the Kikuyus. This is a calculated move. He is a dangerous. Look at that. He has started the war. Look, do people think? Why is it everything when somebody says something about a certain religion, about a certain people, about certain, you just tag it with tribalism? What's wrong with you, Mutahi Ngunyi? Why are you tagging everything with tribalism? If I have an opinion that somebody is not doing his work well, if somebody is not personally, someone is not doing his work well, that person should go home. I'm not supporting Gachagua. I'm not supporting Nurdin Haji, whatever the name is. I'm not supporting anybody. But what I'm saying is, let us stop pegging everything. If somebody is not performing, let us not talk about Somalis, talk about Kikuyus, talk about what? Tribalism. This old generation, we are tired of you, man. We talked about this and you have said, we are tired of you. Everything you peg, your politics, everything you talk about, and you peg it with the tribalism. What? He didn't even mention about Somali. He didn't even mention about Kikuyu. He didn't even mention anything about any tribe. But for you, Mutahi Ngunyi, you go ahead and talk to us that's a stupid, a reckless statement. You are a big man. We respect you. You are an old idiot. Oh, sorry. You are an old guy, man. Be an example. Stop. The Gen Z, they do not have a tribe. They don't support anybody. The Gen Z are not even talking about anything, about a tribe, about who. No. They are talking about what affects them personally, what affects them directly. And for you to give us this reckless statement, it is unfortunate, my friend. We are not going to accept that. That is so bad, so many of you, and it sounds so, let me not use bad words. So Mutahi Ngunyi, just get a better avenue to get into government instead of using Gen Zs to talk about this thing. Okay? So the response from his own followers. So that there you can see, I'll just post them there. See them, what they've just written. You are such a dinosaur, whatever. Despite Gen Z's, whatever. Stop your tribalism. Nurdin Hadi doesn't share his salary with Somalis. He eats alone with his family. Don't start a tribal war. You see? Don't start this. If Nurdin Haji is having his own money, he's doing that with his own family. He's not sharing it with the Somalis. He's not doing anything with the Somalis. Leave alone tribalism, idiot. Man, old man, leave tribalism alone and do your thing. Get to the government in the right way. Stop using Gen Z and tribalism altogether. If Gachagua said something, he has said something about that. Stop tribalism. Young people, do not buy such ideas. Do not buy such things that these big people, this old generation have been talking about. If we have said reject that bill, it affects us. It affects us, it affects the Kikuyus, not it affects, you have seen yourself. It affects everyone, including the president's home ground, the Kalenjins. It affects the Kikuyus. It affects everybody that is staying in Kenya. It has not gone to a specific tribe. We are tribeless. We are faceless. Why? Who are you to tell us that? Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. and let's tell this young man, this old generation, that enough is enough. Tribalism, we are not buying that thing of tribalism, and we are not buying any idea from any politician, any big figure, any comedian, anybody. We are the people, and we are the young people, and we have decided that this country belongs to all of us, not to an individual. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Bye bye, and see you in the next video.